Hey everyone, welcome back to Tune in English, your daily English listening practice. I'm Adam.
And I'm Anna. We're so happy you're here with us today. If you're new, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our daily conversations.
So, Anna, I need to talk about something. I'm still emotionally recovering.
That sounds serious. You look annoyed. What happened?
Jake happened.
Oh no, not Jake again. What did he do this time?
3 weeks ago. 3 full weeks. Jake asked to borrow my portable charger.
3 weeks? That's not borrowing anymore, that's adopting.
Exactly, and I haven't seen it since. It's like it disappeared into another dimension.
Classic Jake behavior. Did you ask him about it?
I did. Yesterday I said, "Hey Jake, can I get my charger back?" And he just stared at me and said, "What charger?"
No way.
He completely forgot, or pretended to forget. I'm not sure which is worse.
That is so frustrating.
And here's the best part. While we were talking, he said, "Hey Adam, can I borrow your umbrella? It looks like it's going to rain."
You're kidding.
I wish I was. I'm standing there thinking, you still have my charger and now you want my umbrella too?
So what did you say? Please tell me you said no.
I said, "Jake, you can borrow my umbrella when you return my charger."
Fair. Very fair.
But here's where it gets embarrassing. Later, I was telling Lily this story, and I said, "Jake borrowed me his charger."
Oh no.
She looked at me like I had just invented a new grammar rule.
You mixed up borrow and lend.
I did, and the worst part is I know the difference, but in the moment, my brain just froze.
It happens to everyone, even advanced learners, even native speakers sometimes. And honestly, that's exactly what we're talking about today.
Borrow versus lend. 2 tiny words that cause huge confusion.
2 words, 1 basic action, but completely different directions.
So let's break it down in the simplest way possible.
Yes, simple is good.
Borrow means to take something from someone. Lend means to give something to someone.
Take and give.
Exactly. Same situation, different perspective.
I like to imagine a book on the table between us.
Okay, I see it. A nice thick book.
If you take the book from me, you borrow it.
So the book moves toward me. I receive it. I borrow it.
Right. Now if I give the book to you, I lend it.
The book moves away from you. You give it. You lend it.
Same book, same moment, but the direction changes the word.
That's the key. Direction.
Think of arrows. Borrow is an arrow pointing toward you. Lend is an arrow pointing away from you.
I love that. Borrow comes to me, lend goes from me.
Exactly. So when Jake asks, "Can I borrow your charger?" that's correct.
Because the charger is going to him, he's receiving it.
And from your side, you say, "I lent Jake my charger."
Because it went from me, I gave it.
Perfect. Same charger, same situation. Jake borrows, you lend.
I can actually feel my brain clicking right now. The arrows are working.
Good. Let's try another example. Money.
Oh no, not money. This feels personal.
Imagine I say, "Can I borrow $20?
The money comes to you. You're receiving it, so you borrow.
And you respond, "Sure, I'll lend you $20.
The money leaves me. I give it. I lend it.
Exactly.
So if I say, "Jake borrowed $50 from me last month," that means the money went to Jake.
And if you say, "I lent Jake $50, the money went from you."
Same $50, different direction.
And hopefully it comes back.
With Jake, I'm not living on hope. I'm living on borrowed patience.
That's a whole other lesson.
But I'm starting to see the pattern clearly. Borrow from someone, lend to someone.
Yes, that's a very important structure. Borrow from, lend to.
I borrowed a book from the library.
The book came to you from the library.
The library lent me a book.
The book went from the library to you.
So direction and prepositions both matter.
Absolutely. And once you see the arrows, everything becomes much easier.
Okay, I'm feeling confident, but I have a feeling there's more.
Oh yes, we're just getting started. Let's talk about something that confuses a lot of learners. Past tense.
I knew it. There's always a past tense surprise waiting for us.
Don't worry, one of them is easy. Borrow is a regular verb.
That's good news.
Borrow, borrowed, borrowed.
Just add ed. I borrow money. Yesterday, I borrowed money. I have borrowed money before. Nice and simple.
Exactly. Now, lend is irregular.
Of course it is.
Lend, lent, lent.
Not lended.
Never lended. That word does not exist.
Lend, lent, lent. Why does that sound familiar?
Because it follows the same pattern as send and sent.
Oh, send, sent, lend, lent. That helps a lot.
Yes. So you can say, "I lent Jake my charger 3 weeks ago."
And Jake borrowed my charger 3 weeks ago.
Perfect. Same event, different direction.
Let's test a few more examples. She lent me her notes for the exam.
The notes went from her to you. She's the giver.
I borrowed her notes for the exam.
The notes came to you. You're the receiver.
This is starting to feel natural.
Good. Now let's talk about common mistakes because that's where people get into trouble.
Yes, please. I don't want another borrowed me situation.
That's actually mistake number 1. People say, "Can you borrow me your pen?"
I've definitely heard that.
It's incorrect. You cannot borrow someone something.
So what's the correct way?
2 options. Can I borrow your pen or can you lend me your pen?
So if I'm asking to receive it, I say borrow. If I'm asking someone to give it, I use lend.
Exactly. Borrow focuses on the receiver. Lend focuses on the giver.
So never borrow me.
Right. That combination doesn't work in standard English.
Got it. What's the second big mistake?
Mixing up from and to.
Prepositions.
Yes. Remember, borrow from someone, lend to someone.
So I borrowed the book from Sarah.
Correct. I lent the book to Sarah.
Perfect. If I say I borrowed it to Sarah, that's wrong.
Exactly. Borrow never goes with to in that structure.
Okay, arrows again. Borrow arrow comes to me from someone. Lend arrow goes from me to someone.
You really love those arrows.
They're saving my grammar life.
There's another helpful rule. You borrow things that are not yours. You lend things that are yours.
That's simple and powerful.
For example, I borrowed Adam's car. The car belongs to you, not me.
And I lent Anna my car. The car is mine, and I gave it.
Exactly. Ownership matters.
That makes sense. If it's not mine and I take it temporarily, I borrow. If it's mine and I give it temporarily, I lend.
And remember, both actions are temporary. That's important.
Right. Borrowing implies I'll return it.
And lending implies you expect it back.
Unless you're dealing with Jake.
In Jake's world, lending is a donation.
A permanent donation.
Now let's talk about loan.
Oh yes, is loan the same as lend?
In many situations, yes. Loan can be a verb, especially in more formal or financial contexts.
Like banks.
Exactly. The bank loaned us money for the house.
That sounds more official than the bank lent us money.
Yes, lend is more common in everyday conversation. Can you lend me a pen?
So we can say banks loan, friends lend.
That's a helpful memory trick, even though technically both verbs can work in many contexts.
I'll keep it simple for now.
Good idea. Now let's move beyond physical objects.
Wait, you mean we can borrow and lend things that aren't physical?
Yes, for example, you can lend support.
So support goes from me to someone else. I'm giving it.
Exactly. Or lend credibility.
Like, having a famous chef on the team lends credibility to the restaurant.
Perfect. The credibility goes from the chef to the restaurant.
Can we borrow abstract things too?
Yes, you can borrow an idea, borrow a phrase, borrow a recipe.
I borrowed that recipe from my grandmother.
Exactly. The idea came to you from her.
So even with abstract concepts, the arrow rule still works.
Always.
That's surprisingly consistent.
English can be logical sometimes.
Sometimes, not always.
True, but in this case, direction is everything.
I'm feeling much more confident now, but I want more practice.
Don't worry, I have plenty ready for you.
Okay, I'm ready. Give me a challenge.
All right, quick quiz. Fill in the blank. Can I blank your phone for a minute?
Borrow. The phone comes to me. I'm receiving it.
Good. Now, sure, I'll blank you my phone.
Lend. The phone goes from you to me.
Excellent. She blanked me her umbrella yesterday.
Lent. Past tense of lend. Irregular, like send and sent.
Perfect. I blank his bicycle last weekend.
Borrowed. Regular verb. Easy.
Very nice. The bank blank as any more money.
Lend, or loan because it's a bank and it's formal.
Exactly. Both work there.
I'm feeling proud right now.
You should. Okay, one more. Don't blank trouble.
Borrow. Don't borrow trouble.
And what does that mean?
Don't worry about problems that haven't happened yet. Don't take stress from the future and bring it into the present.
Beautiful explanation. That's exactly right.
I actually do that a lot. Before a presentation, I imagine everything going wrong. The computer crashes, I forget my words, everyone looks confused.
That's borrowing trouble.
I know, I'm working on it.
Good. Now let's look at some common expressions with lend. For example, lend a hand.
That means to help someone.
Right. Can you lend me a hand with these boxes?
Sure, I'll lend a hand. I'll help you.
We're not actually giving someone our hand.
That would be very strange. Here, take my hand. Return it tomorrow.
Please don't try that in real life.
Noted. What about lend an ear?
That means to listen to someone. Can you lend me an ear? I need to talk.
So you're giving your attention.
Exactly. Listening is like giving your ear.
I like that image. It's warm and supportive.
It is. Now here's another interesting expression, living on borrowed time.
That sounds dramatic.
It means something won't last much longer. It could end at any moment.
Like my old laptop, it's definitely living on borrowed time.
Perfect example. Or that old bridge is living on borrowed time.
So again, borrowed suggests something temporary.
Yes, borrowing always implies something temporary. That's an important concept.
You know what's interesting? Borrowing and lending are about trust.
That's true.
When you lend something, you trust the person to return it.
And when you borrow something, you have a responsibility to give it back.
Which brings us back to Jake.
Always back to Jake.
He has broken the sacred borrow-lend-trust system.
Maybe he just needs this episode.
Jake, if you're listening, this is your reminder. I lent you my charger. You borrowed my charger. Please return it.
Public accountability. I like it.
Let's do a final side-by-side comparison to make everything crystal clear.
Good idea. Situation 1. Adam needs a pen.
I say, can I borrow your pen? The pen comes to me. I receive it.
And I say, sure, I'll lend you my pen. The pen goes for me, I give it.
Same pen, same moment, two perspectives.
Situation 2. I need your car this weekend.
You say, can I borrow your car?
Because the car comes to me.
And I say, sure, I'll lend you my car.
Because the car goes from you.
Situation 3, money.
You say, Jake borrowed me $50.
Or I lent Jake $50.
Same transaction, different direction.
And hopefully a different ending.
Hopefully.
Let's summarize clearly for everyone listening.
Borrow means to take something temporarily. The arrow points toward you.
Borrow from someone.
Lend points away from you.
Borrowed is regular.
Lent is irregular, like send and sent.
You borrow things that aren't yours.
You lend things that are yours.
And both actions are temporary. You expect the item to return.
Exactly.
I feel like this is finally solid in my brain.
Good. That's the goal.
Before we finish, quick question for everyone listening. Do you have a friend like Jake who borrows things and never returns them?
Or are you that friend?
Be honest.
Tell us in the comments. We read every single one.
And if you found this episode helpful, make sure you subscribe to Tune In English.
We post new English listening practice every single day.
Share this episode with a friend who mixes up borrow and lend.
And remember the arrows. Borrow comes to you.
Lend goes from you.
Keep listening.
Keep learning.
Small steps every day.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.